guys, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Katie and welcome to Amended Nourish. Today's agenda, we are gonna get this pile of compost on our garden beds. Luckily, I have the excavator to help load, but to unload the trailer is gonna be all on me. So thankfully it's a cool day, so I'll be warming up here very shortly. I have already cleaned out all the garden beds, so let me catch you up on that before we start on compost. Hey guys, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today's goal, I want to clean out all of these beds. Yes, all of them. I'm gonna take out all this old produce, get all the weeds out, and then I'm hopefully, after that, I'm gonna tackle this bad boy. I am gonna thin this all completely out, and my plan is to dig up all of the strawberries and put them in some pots elsewhere because I have no luck with strawberries here and I want to utilize this bed a little bit better. So my goal with this bed, once I remove all of these strawberries, which is going to be quite a task, is to plant garlic. Now I know you're supposed to plant garlic towards the end of fall. However, life happens and I just didn't get around to doing it last year. So we are going to do it now. Right now I do have some heads of garlic that are in the refrigerator. I'm kind of hoping to mimic a winter and put them in their dormancy, and we will plant them now and I'll cover them with a thick layer of mulch and just kind of see what happens. A little bit better. Now there's all this new growth underneath here, and this should be beneficial to all these strawberries. But what I think I'm going to do though still is go in here and remove all of these and put them in pots. But first I'm going to clean this out and then clean up the rest of the garden, and then we'll do this last if I have enough time. Wow, these strawberries are incredible. They grow like crazy. They are extremely invasive. This will definitely teach me a lesson. I will have to stay on top of this. And moving these into pots might make it a lot easier. Yeah, definitely a lesson taught here. I'm not even sure if I do decide to move these out of here, if I can get them all out. Their roots go really deep and they are extremely, like I said, invasive. Pretty good time. I got 4 of the rows down. A lot more to go. I made a little discovery. So this is a snapdragon plant that just kind of randomly showed up here last year. But all of these little pods here, I just opened them up and they are full of seeds. So I'm going to clip this down and then we'll throw these little pods here into the greenhouse. And when I get time later, I will sort through them and try to save some of those seeds. Okay, back at it, you guys. Remember one of our last videos, I found the Aunt Molly's ground cherries, all the seeds in the garden, and there's so many more. And all the seeds that we planted, they all germinated way faster than the ones in the packet. So we're gonna save these. I just saved all the Aunt Molly little husks with all the seeds in them. Not sure how long they'll last, but we'll save them and see. I should change the title of my video to a carrot harvest. I had no idea I had this many carrots in there. I'm gonna have to taste them and see if they're any good. The frogs are invasive around here. They're so cute though. I finally found the first one this year. I'll insert a clip here of the sound at night of all the frogs. It is crazy how many there are here. Wow, I had no idea how many carrots I had in the garden. That's gonna take a little while to clean off. I have a really hard time growing chamomile from seed, but look what I found. A little volunteer out in the garden. Found a couple strawberries out here in the asparagus bed. They spread just like crazy. I'm definitely not the best operator, but that definitely beats doing that by hand with a shovel. All right, let's get warmed up. Already getting hot out. So I think what I'm gonna do is just pile up the compost alongside the irrigation and try to avoid the irrigation as much as possible. I don't want to get compost inside these emitters and get them all clogged up. So I'll just pile the compost around it and then spread it out with my hands. It's easy enough. And I'm not really sure why I'm starting with the easiest beds first. Because the ones in the middle are gonna be a little bit harder. It's gonna be a lot more labor because I can't get the tractor down the center row, which is fine. I should have saved the easy beds for last, but what do you do? Good, we have the soaker hose for the potatoes. Well, it's not really a soaker hose. It's a hose that has emitter holes it looks like every foot. So that worked really well just to remove that and put the compost down. But too bad not all the beds are like that. I just have 2 that are like that. The other beds will go a little bit slower because those are all stapled in. That's okay. 3 beds down, 18 to go. Your soil is the most important thing in your garden. You want to create an environment for your plants that is healthy, full of microorganisms, worms, organic materials, and nutrients to feed your plants so that they flourish and produce a bountiful harvest. If you're going to invest into something in your garden, let it be your soil and the amendments you provide to replenish your soil year after year. So amend and nourish your soil, and today we are doing just that. I am amending our garden beds with an organic compost that we locally sourced. I'm putting about 1 inch or so on, and ideally you should do this twice a year, once in the spring a couple weeks before planting, and once in the fall. Or one really heavy application, preferably in the fall, to replenish your soil. That way the compost has time to work down into the soil and provide nutrients to all its living organisms and prepare to feed your future plants. All right, we got the whole front row is amended with compost. That feels so good. We have the back row left. I already did 1 in the back, so we have 10 left, which shouldn't be too bad because a lot of them are the smaller size beds, so we should be able to bust it out here very quickly. All right, you guys, so before I put compost on this bed, I wanted to give you a quick little look at all the new growth since we have cleaned this bed out. It's been a few days now. I was a little worried that I kind of did a little too much clean out, but they look great. There's lots of new growth, so hopefully we'll get some strawberries this year. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that this is gonna be a strawberry bed. They are really established here. I mean, there are plants growing all around this bed, so to remove all of those would be quite the chore. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave these here, and I'm gonna put the garlic somewhere else. We are in our 2nd year with our raised bed garden, and we are doing the no-till method, or in other words, we are trying not to disturb our soil as much as possible. Tilling can be very disturbing and damaging to the soil's ecosystem, bringing organisms and organic materials to the surface where they do not belong. This will kill off a lot of the beneficial soil life in your garden. Your soil is the most important thing to maintaining and growing an ample, thriving garden. And you want to make sure that you are using a high-quality organic materials to replenish your soil as much as possible. Not only for your own health, but to keep the health of the ecosystem in your soil alive and flourishing. You are what you eat, and you want to be eating real organic foods as much as possible. That's it. All 21 beds are now amended. I am so happy that I have that checked off my list. That was a huge thing I wanted to get done, and now we are done with that. And I'm so thankful that you guys are here along with me to watch and hang out with me as I start this journey for the new 2023 growing season. And our next task for today, I want to plant our garlic. So let's get going on that. You guys, so next we're gonna do some garlic. I want to show you the varieties I have. I have 2 of the elephant garlic. These are considered a hardneck variety. And then I have the California softneck, which is a softneck variety. And then I have a couple bulbs that I have saved from the grocery store. These are just organic garlic, and they are starting to get some little green sprouts, so we'll see how that goes. And just so you know, this is my first year growing garlic. I've never done it before, so I'm kind of just experimenting and just seeing what will work for me. And I know you are supposed to plant garlic in the late fall. However, life happens and I just didn't get around to doing it last year. So we're gonna do it now. And I have read that you can plant garlic in the spring. It can work, so we'll see. And I have had these garlic in my refrigerator for the last month just to kind of mimic a cold stratification. So we'll see what happens. And I also have some organic alfalfa that will put a nice thick layer of mulch over the top when we're done. So I decided to put all the garlic here in this tomato bed. The tomatoes will be on that side and this whole side will be open. So we're gonna plant our garlic here. Okay, garlic's planted. Now I'm gonna grab the alfalfa and I'll put a nice thick layer of mulch on top of these. I have been on the search to find a budget-friendly organic mulch. I found this organic alfalfa online at Tractor Supply. These are 50-pound bales for $30, and it would cost quite a lot to cover a garden this size at that price. I am curious and would love to know what you guys are using as an organic mulch. Let me know in the comments below. That would be much appreciated. I would love to find something that will cover the square footage of this garden and not break the bank. Wow, what a day we had today. We got so much done and my back is sore. I'm ready to go inside and put my feet up. And I thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I am so glad you are here to follow along on this 2023 growing season. And if you liked today's video, please hit that thumbs up or even subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.